Many Lives, Many Masters is a book that combines psychology and spirituality concerning past life experiences. Written by American psychiatrist Brian Weiss, this book revolutionized the field of regression therapy by presenting an unusual perspective on emotional healing and the purpose of life. First published in 1988, the book is based on the author's personal experience with a patient who, through hypnosis sessions, accessed memories of past lives and an astonishing source of spiritual wisdom. At the time of its publication, psychology and psychiatry were deeply rooted in biomedical and behavioral models. The idea of addressing human suffering through spiritual experiences, or even exploring the possibility of past lives, was revolutionary and, for many, heretical. The narrative begins with Weiss, a traditional and skeptical psychiatrist, treating Catherine, a young woman suffering from a series of psychological problems, including phobias, panic attacks, and recurring nightmares. After conventional treatments failed to produce significant results, Weiss decided to use hypnosis as a therapeutic method. Through these narratives, Catherine began identifying the origins of her fears and traumas in traumatic experiences from these past lives. As she processed these memories, her psychological symptoms started to disappear, leading Weiss to reconsider his understanding of the human mind and the possibilities of therapy. One of the most fascinating aspects of the book is the appearance of the spiritual masters. During hypnosis sessions, Catherine transmitted messages that, according to Weiss, came from higher entities who not only explained aspects of the human spiritual journey but also provided guidance on topics such as the purpose of life, reincarnation, and the connection between souls. These teachings emphasize the importance of love, forgiveness, and learning as pillars of spiritual growth. The experience with Catherine marked a turning point in Weiss's career. Before this case, he was a psychiatrist working within the strict limits of conventional medicine. However, the tangible results he obtained with Catherine, along with the depth of the messages from the masters, led him to adopt a broader perspective on psychology and spirituality. The process not only transformed his therapeutic approach, but also his personal life, challenging his beliefs about death and human existence. Reincarnation. The book explores the idea that souls incarnate in different bodies over multiple lifetimes to learn spiritual lessons and evolve. The healing power of past lives. Weiss demonstrates how exploring past life memories can alleviate traumas and phobias in the present. The book was a resounding success, becoming a global phenomenon that attracted thousands of readers interested in spirituality, reincarnation, and alternative psychology. However, it also generated skepticism within the scientific community, which questioned the veracity of the experiences described and the lack of empirical evidence supporting Weiss's theories. Despite the criticism, Many Lives, Many Masters inspired countless individuals to explore their own spiritual dimensions and consider the possibility that life transcends the physical. At a time when medical advances were beginning to prolong life, but not necessarily providing a better understanding of the meaning of existence, Many Lives, Many Masters offered a hopeful perspective on life and death. By asserting that death is not the end, but rather a transition to new learning experiences, the book alleviated existential fears for many people and provided comfort to those who had lost loved ones. This optimistic perspective particularly resonated with a society beginning to question traditional religious dogmas and seeking alternatives that connected with personal experience and intuition. Although the concept of past lives was not new, Many Lives, Many Masters was one of the first books to address the topic from the perspective of a medical professional with reputable credentials. Weiss not only narrated his experience with Catherine but also described how this therapeutic approach produced tangible results in her emotional and mental health. This helped legitimize regression therapy, encouraging other professionals to explore this field and opening the door to greater acceptance of alternative psychological approaches in treating trauma and phobias. The book not only became a bestseller, but also helped normalize discussions about topics such as reincarnation, past life memories, and spiritual connection in broader circles. It was one of the first texts to bridge the gap between spirituality and science, granting it a unique place in self-help and spiritual literature. Moreover, its impact was such that it inspired millions of people to explore their own spiritual and emotional experiences as well as to seek alternative therapies. This marked a significant shift in public perception regarding what is possible in the field of emotional healing and personal evolution. In summary, Many Lives, Many Masters was a book that arrived at the right moment for a society yearning for new perspectives, opening a dialogue that remains relevant to this day. Published over 30 years ago, this book stands as a testament to transcendent experiences and the connection between psychology and spirituality. Not only does it challenge traditional ideas of life and death, but it also offers a message of hope and purpose for your own journey toward growth and understanding. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe to my channel. That way you'll be helping me continue creating content. Thank you very much.